listen up if you have kids in Denver Public Schools. Some big changes could be on the way for at least 3 elementary schools in the next few years. They're even talking about the possibility of closing them. Denver 7's Mark Boyle explains how these changes are spurred by low student performance.
3 schools are scheduled for either closure or restart, and the district says they're the 3 lowest performing in the district. But parents say they need more time before these schools have big changes. It's one of the few Montessori schools in Northeast Denver, and Gilpin Montessori's future hangs in the balance.
Honestly, I was shocked because I had known that it had been failing, but like I said, it was so good this year. In terms of what we're going to do next year, I don't know.
But District Superintendent Tom Boasberg says every year he looks at how to help the city's lowest performing schools, and at some point has to step in. He says a restart, helped out with several $100,000 in additional funding from the district, is necessary for Amis and Greenlee Elementaries, and says Gilpin Montessori students are best served going to new schools while the school as they know it is closed.
It is disruptive and can be painful for that students. I think, again, what we've seen in the longer term, the students are much better off by going to schools where students see stronger growth.
While Boasberg says restarted schools can have a very good track record for improvement and closure is still necessary for Gilpin, parents have been emailing board members since receiving word of this to convince them to give the school and parents more time to make improvements to scores and culture.
We went through a change in leadership 3 years ago. And there's been enormous improvement since then, especially this year. And I mean, it's universally talked about that, by the parents and the teachers, that this year we've finally done what DPS wanted us to do.
What we're seeing in the culture here is the sparks of success. We haven't gotten to green yet, but we were orange last year, and suddenly we're red again because of the park test.
We reached out to administrators here for comment. They declined. The vote will be on Thursday at the regularly scheduled board meeting. In Denver, Mark Boyle, Denver 7.
A carjacking